Philippians 4:6. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Maia Moments. This is your host, Maia, and I'm here joined with me today by none other than Joseph Hart. He is known for his freelance photography, and he actually has his own podcast as well that I'm sure you can check out. I'll leave in the description box and different things where you can find his podcast things. But yeah, just say hi, Joe.
What's up, Maia Moments fans? It's been a long time coming.
Please.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has. Honestly, no, Joe actually listened to the podcast himself, and he's been trying to get on the podcast for different topics that we're not talking about today. Maybe I'll have to bring him back on. But you've been an incredible supporter, so thank you for all your support and your kind words that you've given me.
Of course.
And yeah, we're just gonna talk to him about how he's been creatively purposed and just like what that looks like for him and his story. And hopefully, just you'll learn some nuggets of wisdom. I'm sure he'll be able to drop just from his experiences and what he's been through. And just his life. I've known Joe 4 years, probably like 3.5-ish. I met him my freshman year.
It's funny because
go ahead.
Freshman year. Funny because I met you. I don't even know during this time. This is when I was first starting to take photos and Maia was one of my first models. I feel like
really
because I think. You was definitely because during that time I wasn't even taking photos of people.
Yeah,
it was more
true.
so the landscape stuff that I was doing.
Yeah.
Really, it was you was one of the first people, and I think I hit you. No, you hit me up.
I hit
about
him up because I saw Cam's
photos for your birthday or something.
Yes, it was for my 19th birthday.
Oh, Cam, bro.
So
that's crazy.
Cam, I saw some photos that he did. Now, it wasn't actually photos of Cam, bro. It was literally like he said, he was doing a lot of landscape and nature and kind of graphic edits, more so enhancing it. And so he had a photo of Cam, his silhouette was in it, but it was really about the graphics in the back. And so I saw it and I was like, Cam, who took this? And he was like, oh, my dude Joe. And I was like, what's his information? And he was like, here, anybody I know, I'm a network. Okay, I like meeting people. I like collaborating stuff. So I sure did. Hey, how are you? I'm new.
You was a freshman. You was mad quiet when I saw you. You was I don't know nobody here.
I didn't. For real, I was a freshman in that sense that I knew nobody. Yeah. I came from California and now I'm having culture shock and I'm what the heck? What's going on? So that's why I was really going out of my way to meet people with common interests and stuff like that, because it was challenging. Not that much. After the first semester, you kind of get the hang of things, but yeah. Right. So I met Joe. He did my 19th birthday photos. I still use one of those photos as my headshot to this day for acting stuff.
Those photos were fire, though.
They were really good.
They were good.
Shout out to you. They were really good. And I didn't know Lynchburg either. So he picked the spots we shot at and everything. I've actually got to work with Joe a couple times. And then Cam, I think, set up a shoot with him. And that was years later, or a year and a half or so later when he did Eden. And then he's done some stuff with Cam as well. So yeah, but I'm little old me, I'm low on the totem pole here, he does work for a lot of great people. So let's just start at the beginning. How did you get into photography? I think you kind of touched bases on it with you, doing more so nature landscape stuff, but how did you really get into photography?
Honestly, I don't really remember. I mean, I kind of do. So it's back in the day, this this is like sophomore or like freshman, sophomore year or something like that. Because I know, because I remember like my first photo that I took was like at the end of 2016, like
Mm.
December 31st. That was like my first photo that
You
I took.
remember the date?
But well, because it's like posted
Oh, got you.
on
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
Instagram.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That
That's
is
literally my like
crazy.
first photo that I took.
Yeah.
But no, so like me and the boys who I grew up with, we had a YouTube channel called the Broval Office.
Rover Office.
so so like we bought cameras for that, which was like my camera that I had. So like I was like, if I have this camera, I like might as well like learn how to like use it. And then honestly the like rest was like history because
Wow.
like I started looking up like landscape
Right.
photography and just started like going out and like shooting every day. And
Wow.
I mean, yeah,
That's crazy. So
yeah, that's
you
how it
honestly
started. Yeah,
just got a camera and you just
honestly, just got a camera.
started
I was
just
probably
shooting.
bored, bored shooting, and then I just started shooting
Wow. Well,
everything.
that's crazy because, like, okay, do you see instances, like, even like as a child or something, where maybe you were artistic or you had an eye for like certain images? Did that come to you naturally, or
You
like,
know
is it a
what? Like
skill that you have developed over time?
I was, you know what? And it's funny that you say that because I like never really like thought about it that way because like I was never like artsy growing up as a kid, but I was always like a like curious kid, as in
Yeah.
like I would like study bugs. I literally just watch them. So I would be very like detailed
Like
on like
observant of
everything
everything.
that I did.
Yeah.
Literally, I was observant of everything. And it's funny that you say that because I can definitely see it like coming out
Yeah.
like with my work
Yeah. No,
today because I'm just
I
very
think a
like
lot of your stuff
particular.
now is so editorial and you can see the details and everything. Like I say all the time, like Joe is gonna be like Vogue, like the magazines, like
Man, that's the
I know,
dream.
but you
One
have
day,
the
I don't
eye
know. We'll
for
see.
it. Like you have the eye for it. Shoot. Let me
Thank you.
find out. But I'm just saying, like, you have that eye for like, especially just very eclectic and very like of your own. Like, I don't feel like I know any other photographers that kind of replicate any style that you do, which is that's saying a lot because this is an
Yeah,
industry that's
thank you.
saturated. So
It is very saturated. The photography business is saturated.
It is. That's why, I love picking up a camera and doing things, but you will never find me behind the lens. Like as a profession, I'm not doing it. I do like taking photos though. um,
I don't know. You should probably try it out. Who
I
knows?
did honestly. This is probably something people don't even know. Josh, Josh, it's our Josh. He had
Yeah,
some promotional things that he did, and it's like him in it's him in like his Liberty graduation thing, and it's like on top of steps with it's like him in Lynchburg on this historical. Anyway, I took those photos of him. I took his graduation photos for him.
bro. Okay.
And it's really weird when I see my photos being used now. I'm like, ew, I took those. But
Yeah.
like, I do
Yeah.
know that I have a really good eye. I just don't know that I ever would want to actually do
I
that. You
feel
know what I
that.
mean? Like, I know that I have a lot of different talents, but you don't necessarily have to do everything for money. Like some things are just
Yeah. Sure.
leisure and stuff. Okay, so
Yeah.
you start doing, you pick up the camera, you get the camera, you start doing it. You got people like me hitting you up to do photos and stuff like that. So what is that like? And then like, how does that get you to this internship that you end up going out of state for? Like, what is that journey like?
Um. Honestly, so before the internship, of course, like I was just like taking photos, like, and then like I said, at first I was just doing like all like landscape
Mm,
pho- Photoshop type of stuff. and I guess eventually, I just wanted to change that up, and then just started to like shoot like portraits of like
Yeah.
people. And so I was literally like shoot like every day, like I would find like something to like shoot every day, and then me being the like curious person that I am, I would literally like I would literally like search on like photo tips and stuff every day, and just like follow like different photographers,
Mhm.
and like try to like replicate
So you were
my
really
style
studying,
after
like, you were
theirs.
studying
Yeah,
and
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I came across this photographer's page. He's a like pretty like big like person in the industry. His name was like Clay Cook.
Yeah, I know Clay
And
Cook. Oh,
yeah.
cool.
so so I was so I saw that he had a internship in Kentucky
Yeah,
for a year, but it wasn't paid. But like I was like I was like, this guy is incredible
yeah.
at like what he does, and it's like he's a like big name
Mhm.
in the industry. I would love to like work under him.
Yeah.
So I just applied for it, and I think I I applied for it, and then like I didn't hear anything back from him for like 3 4 months, and then I
Really?
like reached back out to him, and then like he was like, You're hired," and I was like,
What?
"What?" I wasn't even expecting like that to even happen. I was just
Wow.
like, "Oh wow, yeah, no, that's crazy."
That is crazy.
So, so yeah, I went down to Kentucky.
Sure did, sure did.
Packed my bags, went down to Louisville, Kentucky. I
I remember that. I don't remember if that's when we did the Eden photo shoot or not Eden, like the photo shoot we did
think,
before that. Because I remember you telling me like, "Yeah, I'm going to Kentucky," and I was like, "What? For what?"
yeah,
It's like I got an internship, gotta go.
and it was like so random because it was like, I mean, because like I had like one more year of like school left, but I was like, I don't even care. I'm gonna just go, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. And have you
Um,
been back to school since?
no, no,
He said, "I'm
no.
good. I'm good."
Listen, maybe one day I
I
might
feel
like
like
finish
okay,
with
I
my
feel like you
parents,
should
but
just finish
who
what
knows?
you started. Like you already, you
hundred
got
percent.
like 90% of it done. Like maybe 85,
Yeah.
maybe 85. Can you take any of your classes
Yeah.
online though?
um, I'm sure that I could, yeah.
Oh, see, it's cheaper that
I
way
mean, who
too.
knows? I mean, I don't know. Like, I would get it just to. Nah, I don't know if I'll get
We've had this
it.
conversation before. You said I would get it. Just nah, I don't think so. Okay, so
I don't know.
you
We'll
get
see
the
in the future.
internship and
Yeah,
you move, you go. Okay, so
yeah.
like how was it? Like what did you learn? How did you learn? And like what was the most valuable thing you feel like you got from that time that you were there?
I think I learned a lot being there. I learned the most that I've ever learned in photography, just like while I was down there. Just like smaller things that I learned, like when I wasn't down there, I didn't know anything about lighting or
Hmm.
like the studio work going
Yeah.
down there. We had a studio to where we could go to every single day, shoot everything, and we had like everything that we needed to accomplish anything
Wow.
that we wanted
That's
to like
incredible.
do. So I think I learned the most about just like the like technical side down
Mm,
there
mm,
in photography. As far as like big things I learned, I feel like um and I didn't learn this just like while like I was there, because I was still just like sort of like, I mean, why are we like doing all this work if I'm not getting paid for all this stuff,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like in hindsight, now me like what I learned just to like that's like very like valuable is that like literally just like to like try everything,
Mm,
because it's like even if like you don't want to like do it, like like you'll learn, you can take small things from like different type of genres that you may not want to
Absolutely.
like shoot,
Yeah.
and just like learn from there. I remember because like we was doing we was we was shooting for fossil watches down there,
Mhm.
and and like I was doing the I was the photographer that was walking around just taking photos of like random
Everything.
things in
Yeah.
there, everything. But like it was very like dark in that building,
Mhm.
and I didn't really know just like how to like shoot it.
Mhm.
So like during that time, I learned how to shoot with like flash photography. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to like frame my subjects right. Even though even though like I don't want to like do that type of work,
Right.
I can learn from that type of style and apply it to
Yeah.
the work that I
Yeah,
do
and the work that you wanna do. Yeah.
and the work that I want to do. So yeah, that was super like important for like
Yeah.
me, and also learn about the business side of photography as well.
Is the business side of photography complicated, or is it kind of like you learn as you go and you learn like some
I
wisdom
mean,
from
like
it?
I mean, like business is business, so it's like so it's like photography business isn't different from regular
Yeah.
business. I just at first I didn't know how important the photography side was.
Mm.
I think like before going down there, I didn't know that like there was money to be made
Yeah.
in my field. Until I went down there, until I saw like everybody else, it was like, no, they actually making like crazy
Good money.
money
Yeah.
doing this. Yeah, and I think that just opened up my eyes to it as
Ah,
well.
got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I think even like as a for me with acting and then like the marketing stuff that I do, I think realizing like
Yeah,
I feel like business and understanding of business, the mechanics, foundations of it, especially when you're a service provider, it can get really
yeah,
like you can short sight yourself and be very narrow minded in like what you think or you
100%.
expect, especially with money. Like you
Hmm.
always are like, I don't know if I should give that much of a rate, or I don't know if I provide. And like you
Yeah,
understand, like as you get well, you hope that people evolve to this point that you know that the value that you're bringing isn't just always like surface level, like the amount of training that you put
right.
into, the amount of hours that you've put into a client that's coming to you doesn't do that. They haven't put that type of time,
Yeah,
training, or understanding into it. They're paying you not only for the service of you taking the photos, they're paying you for your expertise and for the artistic like
yeah,
actual years that you've put in. And so like when you think
yeah.
of that and say how much is the training and the amount of time that I put to be someone that people want me to do, when you put that
Hmm.
monetarily, then it's like I can't charge this or that, I have to
Yeah,
charge this because I can't
and
shortchange myself.
yeah, and it's like that. Like you like have to realize that like clients are like coming to you for you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they don't want anybody else. They want
You.
your work at
Yeah.
the end of the day. And it's like when you like under like charge yourself, it's like you are literally like devaluing your work
Absolutely.
that you like put in, and it's like you have to like know the like value of your work
Yeah.
and the like time and the like effort that you actually like
Put into it.
put
Yeah.
into this, you know?
And I think this also goes to talk about like when we did kind of mention earlier that like it is an oversaturated market. Um, know your worth
Yeah,
because just
yeah.
because I know in this, I could go on a
Everybody is
rant
a
about
photographer these
this. I
days.
could go on a rant about this, not just photography, but
Yeah,
in
I can
general. I
too.
know you could. But
Yeah.
as a service based provider, like as an actor for one, but as like a marketer on the other side with my business i360, so many people I see, they have not put in the time, the effort, the training that I put in, and they're charging 5 times of what I charge. And I just think it goes to talk about ethics. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Like, this is not something that you
Yeah.
just do to make money. I understand everyone is about being their own, boss and entrepreneurship and being able to do things, but don't just get into things because you saw someone else doing it. This will just be another
Exactly.
job, just like any other job. Okay. you know, like,
People expect to like make a living off of something. That let's say that like somebody just started out doing it.
yeah.
They're probably gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go full time with this
Mm.
and like charge like $1,000 for like one shoot that they do. It's like it don't work like
No.
that. It don't it don't work like that.
It's really your face right now. He said, first of all,
I'm telling you,
I understand.
like everybody want to be a photographer, but it's
Yeah.
like, or a actor, but like nobody really want to like do the work
Listen,
with
I
it.
could go into acting for
Like
days.
it looks so easy to like do it.
I have
Like it
studied,
looks
and
so
let me
easy
let you
to
guys
like
know
do it,
this.
but
I have studied acting. Okay, we're talking about. I
yeah,
have my diploma in the back over there. Okay, I'm graduated.
talk about it,
Like,
talk about it, talk
don't play with
about
me. Don't
it,
play with me.
talk about it.
It's not, and of course, there's people that are talented, and they don't necessarily have to go to the education that I went into to get to the place that I
Sure.
potentially can get to. But at the end of the day, like Joseph said, even before, he was studying what he was doing, actively doing it, even not with formal training, but finding the training for himself before. There has to be a time where you are not trying to you're trying to see if you actually like this, apart from making money,
Yeah,
apart from like what other people are even saying about your work. Because I
yeah,
know like Joe, he gets a lot of accolades and stuff, but like he knows he's good for himself. Like he don't need other people to tell him that his stuff is good to know that he's good. You got to have a certain self-worth too. And this is not to say about like self-esteem or something. We all feel, that could have been better, or you
yeah.
nitpicked it. I don't know about that one stuff.
But like at the same time, I will say this: like starting out, like that was extremely hard to like find because it's like when you're first like starting out, it's like you feel like that you're not good
Oh,
enough, and it's
absolutely.
like sometimes it's like I still like feel like that compared to like my like compared to like uh position to where like I want to like be at. I'm not that good yet, but it's like you realize that it's the same for everybody else
True.
starting out.
Very true.
So it's like so it's like so it's like somebody's just starting may think that like somebody who like started a month ago is better than they are. And it's like it's the same cycle.
Mm,
So it's like really
yeah.
it's like have confidence in yourself and just like respect the journey that
Yeah.
you're on.
I think that's good. Yeah, that is really good. And as an actor, I didn't feel confidence at
Yeah,
all until
yeah,
maybe a year and a half ago. Like there was no
yeah.
confidence. I was getting roles, I was doing things, I was bettering myself, but like comparison, like you like that I was like I'm not
That
that
definitely
good. Like
feel
in
you.
comparison to who I feel is
Yeah,
good, I'm not that great. So,
yeah,
and I think it
yeah,
was manipulation though because I was good. I just was like shortchanging myself, and so yeah, it's
yeah,
crazy like where you find validation from and like how you need it and stuff. But I don't know. I think it's a development. There was a lot of crying and tears and all that like
yeah,
journey of trying to like not getting roles or like not feeling you got the roles that you wanted and that kind of stuff. And I think that just develops you as a person to like
100%. Tell
just,
you what, like
be who you are.
chasing your dreams as a like artsy person, that's a tough road
It
to go down. I
is.
tell you what, right
It
there,
is. It is. Don't quit your day
that's a tough
job. No.
road.
Listen, it's really hard. It really is. Okay, so you get all this valuable like training and education from just being there at this internship and like just being there for you were there
Yeah,
for a year?
yeah, for a
Yeah,
year,
you were there
yeah,
for years.
a year exactly.
and you start doing freelance work. And if you're not aware of Joe's freelance work, he does pretty good for himself, if I may so and so. No, he's really, like I've said before, like
I.
you've done a lot of great work. I mean, you were doing great work even before you got the internship. I remember like the Waffle House shoot that you did and all that. Like you've been
That
creative.
joint did go
It,
crazy.
that thing go crazy. Like I still look at it like that's crazy. But
People still like talk to me about that shoot. I'm
it's like
like, dang, that was like
it
3 years
was,
ago.
but it was really good. Like
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
so
good though.
memorable.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold
that
you.
joint
That
was
was good. No,
fire.
no, for real, it was good. But since then you've been doing a lot of freelance work, working with models, other brands like Mav City, Selah. You're kind of like you kind of do a lot of product shots for like apparel and
Yeah,
stuff like that. You've done like some work with artists as well. Talk about your freelance work and like why did you decide DC? I mean, you were in Virginia, you went to Kentucky. So was it just DC? I know like you're from that area anyway, but um
yeah.
yeah, to like what made you go to in DC and then you start your freelance work? How was it like now? Kind of feeling I'm sure you kind of felt like you were more
Yeah,
equipped in other ways. How did that process go?
I feel like DC, like, I mean, it was just like where like I was from, and I wasn't even planning on like staying here for that long. Like, this is my second year here in DC. I was only gonna stay for like a year, honestly, and then like move somewhere, but I didn't know like where I was gonna move to. I was gonna move to New York for a long
Mm,
time. But then I was like, I went up there during the winter time, and I was
nah.
like, nah, I can't do
Me,
this.
I was literally moving to New York
Yeah,
all the way until like the end of sophomore year. I didn't even have to visit. I saw how cold it was in Virginia with the snow. And I was like,
yeah,
I can't do nowhere else because
yeah,
Virginia is
no,
dramatic. Like, but these other states, it'd be a
yeah,
blizzard. People still walking to work. No.
yeah. No, but that's exactly what happened. And as far as like DC, I wanted to like move to like bigger city
Mm,
just to just because it was like more like opportunity for like
absolutely.
me as
Yeah.
a photographer. But I mean, DC, I mean, like, it's cool. I'm about to move to Atlanta in a few months. So
DC is cool. I'm about to move though. Gotta go. Nah, okay.
like it's cool, but it's like like uh, like as far as the like creator wise and like what I'm doing, like they do have creative people out here. It's just a lot harder to find. Like
Yeah.
it's so like spread out.
Yeah, no, I get
And it's
that.
annoying. Like that's the part that I don't like.
No, I feel you on that. I can kind of like feel that.
Also, like, and it's like the like work that you do is like DC is more so like a like political type of work.
Yes,
It's
that's
not
true.
any. It's not
Mm,
like no like editorial
that
like
makes
fashion
sense.
type of thing out here. You know,
Yeah. So it's like a whole different type of like niche for the
it is.
industry,
Yeah,
and that's not really where,
yeah,
you're going.
yeah.
Okay, so how would you describe the type of like photography that you do, like your style and like what you want to continue to do with your work?
I'm a fashion editorial photographer,
Okay.
so like I do like a bunch of like honestly like if I like my I'm gonna give you like a like dream job that I want to do.
Okay.
So it would be my dream just like say for instance that like Coca-Cola
Mm,
comes to like me and they want to like do a whole like fashion campaign
uh-huh.
with their drink. I would want to like do stuff like that.
Oh, that's lit.
I love like stuff like that. I just love to like do like projects to where I can make stories come
Um,
to life,
I got you. Now that makes
you know.
sense. Okay, and
And I also want to shoot like celebrities too, just
yeah,
like for like magazine covers. I think that would be
I
fire.
think if I ever
Like if
get a
like
cover,
Zendaya hit me up,
she's taken. And
uh,
I'm like, all
Beyonce
you
hit me
men,
up.
like, keep talking about Zendaya. Zendaya is taken. But I know.
Oh, I don't even. I think I think she's overrated in that type of way. But like, I would love to like shoot her
Where's like the buzzer?
or like Beyonce.
Just saying. She's overrated. Okay, no,
Yeah,
she's very
they gonna kill me
photogenic
for
though.
that.
She's incredibly photogenic. Like all her photos are great. If I ever get a
Yeah,
magazine cover, I definitely will have you be the photographer
got
selected.
you.
I got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Like once you become like freaking Viola Davis out here on the acting, like what? I got you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll have the queen. I'll have Queen Viola.
When the Oscar,
Listen,
when
I
the
really would
Oscar
love to get an
shoot,
EGOT.
come
I
on
think
now.
everybody wants to get an EGOT, but like if I got an EGOT, nobody talk to me. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say that. Okay, so
come on.
now kind of like incorporating like your faith into like what you do. Do you feel like your relationship with God has like influenced or shaped you as a photographer you are, like the artist you are in any way?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, like my relationship with God is the like number one like driving force as to why I actually shoot.
Mm,
Like, it's like if I didn't have a relationship with God, I don't even know if I would even be like shooting the same stuff.
mm,
Like, because I don't even because like my main thing is like when I tell these like stories that I do, like I want them to like speak to people. Like just like I want it to like mean something
yeah.
to like people, and it's like it doesn't always have to be like a like spiritual project,
Mm,
but like I always want something to like mean something when I'm
yeah.
shooting,
Nah, I feel
and I
you.
think that comes from like my relationship with God.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I always say like we're being like creative, like we're most like our creator when we're creative. And so like I always
Mm.
feel like
You can say that again. That was a bar. That
we're
was a
most
bar.
like our creator when we're creative. I just really feel that. And that's kind of like the
Mm.
theme of like this whole season too, because I was just thinking about it and I'm like, I know so many people that are like in different industries and different ways of like how
Yeah,
they are creative. And I hear so many people that they are creative, but they don't bet on themselves. They're maybe scared of risk or whatever may have you. And I just know sometimes it could just be encouraging, like to hear other people, their stories and like how they got to the position that they may be in. I don't think anybody would say that they've arrived, but we're
yeah,
becoming. So it's just kind of cool to talk about the journey while you're still on this side of it. We're not all buku rich
yeah.
yet.
Still here for sure. Yeah,
We
yeah, 100%.
100%.
We definitely still here.
Still here. Okay, so what is a nugget of wisdom you would like to give anyone who is like passionate about photography maybe or just like creative in general who may feel like purpose like by it, like you kind of said yourself you feel like you kind of purpose in your creativity by it? What kind of like wisdom would you give someone else?
um, I feel like, and like this isn't for like photographers that like just want to just like shoot and like make money, because like that's not what I do. So like I couldn't do that side of it. But I think like if you want to be a like creative photographer, I would say don't look at yourself as a photographer. Look at yourself as an artist, because it's like
Yeah.
that's what you are
Yeah.
at the end of the day. Because really, it's like for me, like I always tell people that like I don't love photography. I love creating the art,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
photography is like
Your
just the
way.
like tool that I use
Yeah.
to create art. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
I feel you.
It was like I love the like stories behind it and the like finished product of it. But as far as like just like shooting and stuff, I don't really I mean, it's like that's cool, but it's like I don't love like clicking the camera,
No, I feel you. I think
So
that goes even for like the stuff I do acting and my acting work. A lot of the things that I did well and what I've learned in my, in my studies helped me as a marketer because people don't know how to market to just tell a story, like telling their story. And so, like,
yeah,
I'm pretty good at that. And like,
100%.
people are like, will you help me? And I'm like, I mean, I guess. And they pay me to do that. They pay me to help them tell their
Yeah,
story. And so, like, it's cool to be able to do that and how my script analysis classes that I never knew being able to dissect a story in detail and understand what all these other, vocabulary that's specific for like acting and those things would cross over into like a different industry to help me just help people. And so I think at the end of the day, like stories and being able to like connect with people, people connect so much and they feel seen and they can get
yeah,
something out of something that is
100%.
connecting them to something, And so, like, if you're intentional about
Yeah,
what you're conveying, then, people
yeah.
will be blessed by
And
that.
I think like I want to say like something else too because um um because like people like hit me up all the time about like, oh, how do you like find like um ideas and stuff to like shoot.
Mhm.
I would say I would say that is like is I'll say that is like you find creative ideas like is literally like your life.
Mm.
So it's like only like you know the experiences that like you've like gone
Right.
through. Create literally off of that.
Mm.
Create things that you love to like do, whether it's like you're like super like into like Pokemon cards or whatever.
Mhm.
Do something that's with that because it's like that's your thing. And it's like going back to like God and stuff, like we all have our own
Yeah.
lives. And I truly believe that it's like God like gives us like a like section of people that like goes through the same thing that
Mm.
like you
Yeah.
have. So it's like really only like you can relate to
Yeah.
those
No, that's so
people.
true.
So it's like literally like tap into that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's like that's how you find your creativity in whatever that you do.
Nah, I feel you. I think even on this podcast I've shared some personal things about like my own testimony and stuff. And like for a long time I felt embarrassed or shameful about certain things. And then when I was like telling it, like this is my story, like I'm not these are things that I was embarrassed about. But
Right.
like even in sharing about it,
100%.
people were like, thank you for sharing. Like I've been through this, and like
And
that.
then
And
the
I
same
was
thing. Yep.
like,
You never know.
what? Like, you know what I mean? Like if people close to you that you maybe would have
Yeah.
never even thought could relate to what you're saying. And now like that opened up a new conversation that you may have never had you not just been open and transparent about, your own
Yeah.
experiences. And it does provide so many ways for you to be creative and like use your experiences from your own perspective to like bring to the world what other people may or may not be able to like relate to, but at the bare minimum, they can empathize with or understand or get an understanding of. So that's always fun
Yeah.
when you're able to do projects like that are meaningful in that way. Okay. I think that was a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
Joe.
was
All right, all right. Okay, so
dropping
go
bars.
on. Okay, so wrapping up, what is some exciting things that maybe you want to do in the future or just things that you're like excited for, I guess, in your move to Atlanta? If there's anything that stands out.
I'm just excited to like I guess like see like what the opportunities will hold,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, I don't really know like exactly like I know I'm working with Maverick and
Okay.
Selah,
Yes.
which has been great. We actually just did a project for Selah. And I was just down there. What's today? Today's Friday. I was down there on Tuesday,
Hey,
and this coming collection I think is the best
really?
that like we've done as far as on the like art side. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, like
okay.
the like photos go crazy, like the like outfits and stuff go crazy, and the
For
models were like
real?
amazing. Yeah, so be on the watch for that. So
I have
that
to
was
say that
dope.
I'm actually
So I'm
wearing
excited for like
Selah
stuff
today,
like that.
guys.
I know
Yeah,
I peeped, I peeped.
Every time I wear this, it's crazy. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. Phil has a hold on these kids because every time,
Liberty, yeah,
especially at
I bet.
Liberty, every time I wear this, people are like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. Like, oh my gosh, where did you get that from? Like, oh my gosh, I love it. I'm like, the guy who like made it, he actually went here. They was like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, he's literally from
Yeah.
here. Like, it's not like he's a superstar.
That is crazy. He is from Lynchburg. He is
He
from
is like
Lynchburg. It's
he's a
crazy.
superstar to these people. I love
That's
that for
the
him
man.
though. Like that's lit to have a hold on where you're from. That's like the dream, you know what I mean? Like to be able,
That's
they rep
fire.
your
Yeah.
stuff. Come on,
Hometown hero.
period.
But yeah, nah, he's gonna be great. He's gonna go like big places and far.
Yeah, he already has, and he's gonna just continue to like.
Yeah, I mean that's true. He already
He's
has.
just gonna
It's
continue.
a
It's a
journey.
journey.
It's a journey. I'm telling you.
It's a journey. But okay, so working with Mav and Selah down there, and I'm sure you have like other opportunities that will come and find you. I'm excited to see where you continue to go. Thank you so much, Joe. If you have anything else that you
Thank
would
you for
want
having me.
to say, you can go ahead and say it.
I would just say that the Maya Moments fans, y'all are so blessed to have this lady speaking to
Oh my
y'all.
God.
You already know, probably the best podcast. And where you at? In Virginia?
Period.
The best podcast in Virginia. You already know. Hold her down. POP.
Hold it down. Mama, I love you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
But no,
Thank you for having me for sure.
Of course. It's my pleasure, literally. You guys can follow Joe on Instagram at Joseph L. Hart.
Yes.
And I will, like I said, put the notes for the YouTube channel and the podcast and everything in the description box or in the caption.
Podcast. We have a podcast as well called the Bro Office. So check us out on that. On all platforms. You already know
what it is. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon. See you on the next conversation. Let's get into it.